I am content creator Kerstin Olita, the founder of the Business Leadership Excellence Institute. I am dedicated to empowering entrepreneurs by sharing tools, tips, and resources on body language strategies and more on my show, Body Language Strategy with Kerstin. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Body Language Strategy with Kerstin. My name is Kerstin Olita, and I am so excited about today's show. So today we're going to be talking about leading with confidence by feeling becoming and inviting. So this is one of my favorite things. I love talking about how can we create that essence and that presence of being more inviting. So we're going to get into some body language tips about that. I want to share a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Kerstin Olita. I'm a content creator, a master body language strategist, and the founder of the Business Leadership Excellence Institute. So, as we get into talking about what is it to feel and be more becoming, I think it's very important to really talk about how is that represented in your body language. So, as we're doing this, let's talk about the art of invitation. I think that's a very key part of being becoming is you feel inviting. And when we're talking about that in body language, we're always looking at this from the body language strategy, the 4 pillars of body language success, which are confidence, competence, trust, and approachability. And all these things are represented in that art of invitation. So, what is it to be inviting? Really, it's about being open, right? In body stance, creating, setting the stage. And I'm going to go back to my performance roots as a retired opera singer. Are you setting the stage to be inviting? Are you creating that physical space, or if people feel comfortable coming up and approaching you? And then with that, so that's the physicality of it. But then there's the emotional stance of it. Are you creating an emotional stage where people feel comfortable talking with you with your facial expressions? And this is getting into the approachability pillar. And this is one of my favorite things to talk about. I love people who have seen me present on this, or my clients who have who have been trained on this. They send me memes about this, and I think they're hysterical because your eyebrows are magic when it comes to being inviting. And I want to tell you why. So I'm going to give you this little secret. And this is going to be, I'm going to ruin you for the rest of your life for watching people, because your eyebrows, when we do a slight lift, right? Just a slight lift, not crazy, just a slight lift with your eyebrows, that opens up the entire eye area of the face, which now, because we know the eyes are the windows of the soul, right? That's where we connect with good eye contact. When we do that little opening, okay, we open the door and say, hey, by the way, you're invited. And there's a lot of different aspects. I'm just at the tip of the iceberg with this, but that's really the key factor of invitation. Is there's a physicality, right? As we learned in social distance, of actually, are you creating the physical stage for people to want to come up to you? But then you have to create the emotional stage with that too, of that art of, yes, by the way, we're open for business. Come on in. So I want you to start playing with that. Again, you're never going to see people the same way again. You're going to be looking at their eyebrows all the time, and you're welcome. So start playing with those eyebrows. Watch yourself in the mirror. Like, are you actually using them correctly? Most people think they're smiling, and they're not. And your eyebrows are a part of your smile. So work on being more inviting. And I want to bring in uh, my guest today. She is such a delight. This is Linda Dellanini, and one of the most inviting people I've ever met. She's just got such this beautiful energy. I can't wait for you to meet her. And she is a cosmetologist, master cosmetologist. Let me share that with you. She's a realtor and property manager. So that's another thing where she helps people. But we're going to give a little teaser. She's going to become an upcoming author. So we want to keep an eye out for that. So let me bring up, not just look at her picture, let's look at her gorgeous face. I'm going to bring up Linda right now and have her share a little bit about what it is for her to help people feel becoming and be more inviting. So welcome, Linda.
Thank you, Kirsten. It's such a pleasure to be invited on your program. Thank you so
Thank
much.
thank you. I'm so thrilled you're here. Again, I love your energy because you have such a beautiful stage that you set for people with being very inviting. And you do a lot to help people with feeling becoming, right? And I love that that's a very core mission of yours. It's a passion of yours. And
Absolutely.
one of my favorite things is your tag. This is definitely your power play is you say, if your hair is not becoming to you, you should be coming to me, right?
Absolutely. Hmm.
So tell us a little bit about your journey of getting into this, and then what was it that really got that passion for you to step into this power play and get to this point where you can help so many people and get into their soul and help them feel more becoming with their hair, with their house and the upcoming book.
Well, my mom says as soon as I was born, I batted my eyelashes. Perhaps I raised my eyebrows. And I was the baby of the family, and my older sister, she used to do my mom's hair, take the rollers
Oh.
out, tease it, fix it. Well, I want to do it. But my mom, at 6 years old, she goes, "Well, you can take the rollers out maybe when you're a little older." So
Mm.
as time went on, I worked at the Emporium, for those of you who remember that, in the accessory department, and I sold curling irons. So I
Oh,
bought
wow.
one, I went home, it was steam at the time, they're illegal now,
Oh my
and
gosh, those are dangerous.
and people would come back, oh, and I'd
Oh
sell them
my
out. They
word.
go, "What are you doing?"
Oh my
And,
gosh.
I was born a natural hairdresser, and I didn't
Mhm.
realize it until time went on. I started getting so busy in my parents' basement, we had a little bathroom and guest room. Um, they go, "You need to go to beauty college, Linda." And I thought it was for, you know, beauty to, become a model. I had no
Right.
idea you had
Pageants
to be
and beauty
licensed.
queens and
Yeah. I had
uh-huh.
absolutely no clue you had to be licensed. People go, "You're not touching me with those scissors until you get a license."
Mm.
So, I decided that I could become a hairdresser, go to school, I could travel with my scissors all over the world. Can't now, you gotta
Yes.
make sure you pack them,
Right.
and if anything happened to my hands, I could teach. But I started when I was 19 in 1979, so this is my 49th year of
Wow.
professionally being a hairdresser. That was my first dollar. And then one thing led into another. I was married to a Redken representative, and
Okay.
I learned about hair color, 20 seminars a year, and I've had 5
Wow.
salons, and my last one, I was there for 16 years, and 7 of my employees became owners or owning managers themselves. And
Wow.
little by little, I would take them out of beauty college and teach them what I knew at the new level, and then they flew and had their passion of their own. I always wanted to help heal people. I wanted to become a nurse,
Mhm.
but instead, my passion was on the outside and helping people get better on the inside. I get instant gratification at the end of
Mhm.
every appointment, which is really
I
special.
I
And
love that.
one other thing I wanted to mention so I don't forget,
Yes.
like giving back. So once a
Mhm.
year, Mother's Day, I would go to the homeless shelters. Somebody's home would burn down or
Oh.
spousal abuse, etc.
Right.
I would bring my clothes that I didn't want anymore, and I would do this makeover and
Mm.
also do a roadmap for visualization. And what my tagline was, "You don't get a second chance to make a first impression." And I would help them with job interviews, and it just led on to deeper and deeper acknowledgement of, if you wish to create a life, you've got to work on yourself, and you've got to start
Absolutely.
from the basics. Yeah.
I 100% agree. I so hear 100% what you're saying and feel that too because for me, I always joke I have the best job on the face of the planet because I get to work with live Barbie dolls all day long, right? When we're working with body language because
Yes,
I'm moving them around and helping them learn how to move.
right.
And I 100% believe, same thing you were saying, like it really heals people when you feel really good about how you're showing up, right?
Mhm.
Whether it's your hair or your presence, that's the part that I work on with them. And I always say, first, I totally 100% agree. That first impression is so important and it's so fast, right?
Mhm.
It's within a tenth
Mhm.
of a second. Most people are like, well, it could take up to a couple of minutes. I'm like, no, it's instant. So with that, I always say body language is from the inside out. How and that communication goes back and forth because how you feel on the inside is what shows on the outside. And then as you get more intentional with how you're showing up on the outside, that affects and changes how you feel on the inside. So that confidence conversation is constantly in flow. And I know, when I go get my hair done, man, I'm
Mhm.
walking out like, okay, I know I'm looking good on the outside. I am feeling good on the inside.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it is a healing factor. I love your heart for charity. I think the beauty that shines out from you is not, I mean, you're so gorgeous and
Aw.
you're so well put together. And, I love that you surround yourself with beauty with your flowers. I'm a flower person. So you're speaking to my soul right now. But really, it's about, I love that you shine out and you give out that positive energy to people who are so desperately in need in those hard situations. Just having that person, and that's one thing I will say. I've had a client who was a hairstylist, and she goes, one of the things that I realized about my job, because when she first got into it, she's like, well, I'm a hairstylist kind of thing. And I said, no, sister, you own that. Okay, you own that big time because you're one of the few professional aspects, right? Professional industries where you get to uplift a person through physical touch, right? And human to human physical touch and connection, right? It's really more about connection is so deeply ingrained in a need and an uplifting of how we feel confident, how we feel accepted. And I love that I really find it so beautiful that you do that in a professional manner, but also you from yourself take it and help other people in a personal manner. So I think that's fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, when you see the women change, and a lot of times I'll bring my scissors and just a bang trim or just feather a little bit around their face, a
Hmm.
little something, talk to them about product, taking care of themselves because they need the confidence.
Yes.
The other thing I wanted to mention, many people go out and purchase a beautiful suit, dress, ensemble, but when it comes to their hair, they have a little hard time when it gets into the $100 levels.
Right.
Well, the thing is, you wear that outfit maybe one time, and if it's a business outfit, once a week, twice a week. You wear your
Right.
hair every day. You wear
Right.
your makeup every day. You have your eyebrows on, and I will do a little footnote. I never had eyebrows. 5 years ago, I had them tattooed. I highly
Ew.
recommend.
I
I
love it.
love this is the window, and it's the frame of your face, and being a
Yes.
cosmetologist, we're makeup specialists and we're nail specialists. Get your nails done. Make sure they're clean, they're
Yes.
lovely, and depending upon the message you wanna send, that's what's important. And color. Gotta be the right color. I do highlights. I do my own hair. I don't like how I don't want anybody to touch my hair anymore. It's
Right.
really important to have your look, your style, and have you feel every morning when you look in the mirror, it's you might have to do a little something, but it's important to keep it up because
Yes.
you're looking at yourself every single day. And it'll help you get up. It'll give you more positive. If you're down a bit, maybe get a little makeover. Treat yourself.
Yes. I love that. And that
Mm,
really speaks to our mantra of what you reflect out is what is reflected back to you, right?
yes,
So
yes.
thank you for all that you do, that you reflect
You.
onto people and you reflect back. I think, again, you bring so much beauty to this world. And again, I want to do a little plug. We're not going to say the name of the book yet, but there's an upcoming book. So you want to connect with Linda, we'll give her link to her social media so you can find out when that's coming out within the next couple months. And thank you, Linda, so much for being a guest. You're
Thank you
such a
so much.
joy.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. And please, if your hair is not becoming to you, you should be coming to me or your nearest probably Amazon, and purchase my book. Gift the book to someone. Just give it a read and enjoy, and you get to meet me, and I'd like to meet you.
I'd love it. So, so thank you so much for coming, Linda. We'll make sure that we have that link where people can connect with you.
Great. Thanks so much, Kirsten. You have a
My
great day.
pleasure. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. So we're going to put her back in the green room. Again, I love her heart. I love that light and beauty that she shines out by helping people feel beautiful. Keep an eye out for that upcoming book. And you can find some more tools with our free body language strategy gift that's available. It's a 3-day body language success challenge. It's an easy, just learn something new about body language for 3 days in a row. You can click that link, and you can also find more information at the bleinstitute.com, the Business Leadership Excellence Institute. We have 3 different divisions. We have the Body Language Strategy Division, the Business Leadership Success Academy, and the Women's Leadership Coalition. So thank you so much for being here today. Love having you learn how to reflect out so you can get what you want reflected back to you. You can come back for our next episode every Monday morning. Make sure you put that on your calendar. And we'll be seeing you next time on Body Language Strategy with Kerstin. Let me get the right one. And here we go. One more time. Let's get that video going.